They howl like wolves, but their DNA tells another story. Meet Romulus and Remus, 15-day-old cubs that U.S. biotechnology firm Colossal Biosciences claims are the closest living relatives to a species extinct for over 10,000 years, the dire wolf. Colossal says it achieved this by editing a modern gray wolf's genome, introducing DNA variants retrieved from fossilized dire wolves. But not everyone is convinced.
So, yes, they have slightly genetically modified wolves, maybe. And that's probably the best that you're going to get. And those slight modifications seem to have been derived from retrieved direwolf material. Does that make it a direwolf? No. Does it make a slightly modified gray wolf? Yes. And that's probably about it.
At 1 month, Romulus and Remus begin socializing, biting cloth, napping, growing into their roles in the pack. Colossal released footage of the cubs on April 7th, but Reuters could not independently verify the date or location.
When you claim all these great big things and then you don't provide the associated evidence, especially in something as controversial as this, that is a massive red flag.
By 3 months, the cubs are seen testing dominance, bounding through snow, play fighting, learning their rank. The project is inspired by de-extinction, resurrecting lost species through genetic engineering. But Bradshaw says the science just isn't there yet.
We don't have the technology to modify entire genomes. We can modify components of genomes, and we can certainly sequence genomes, but the fact that fossil evidence, unless it's only recently extinct and very essentially not been degraded for very long, this is why sort of the Jurassic Park concept is even more fantastical.
Colossal used DNA from a 13,000-year-old tooth and a 72,000-year-old inner ear bone. But the challenge lies in degradation. Only fragments survive. Even if the science could bring back species like dire wolves or mammoths, there's a critical question. Where would they go?
Let's say that even you manage to bring back a sufficient number of mammoths or dire wolves to create a viable population. This is important because you need thousands of completely genetically diverse individuals in a population for having any chance of surviving into the future. The whole Adam and Eve concept of you create two and they can just go on and do their own thing. Now that's called inbreeding depression.
While Colossal calls this a leap forward in de-extinction, experts caution it may be more gray wolf than dire comeback. Romulus and Remus may look ancient, but their future, like their DNA, remains uncertain.